What's up YouTube, this is TM86 and for today I have this pretty great OU battle that I had on Showdown about a week ago. I'm going to be playing on the side closest to you and looking at my opponent's team on the other side. He's got a pretty stolid team. He's got Skarmory, he's got the Chansey, he's got the Clefable. Now, nothing really threatens me too much aside from that Charizard. If it's Charizard Mega Y, I'll be able to switch into Latios on pretty much any attack it wants to throw at me other than the rare Dragon Pulse and threaten it out with a Psyshock. If it's Mega Charizard X, however, it'll easily be able to just sweep through my entire team if it manages to get up a Dragon Dance, so I'm going to have to be careful of that. Now going into the battle, I'm going to decide to lead with my Thundurus. He's going to lead with his Breloom. Right off the bat, I'm going to go for the HP Ice. Not going to kill. He's going to go for the Rock Tomb, which surprised me. And somehow Thundurus actually lives on 3%. Now here, fearing the Mach Punch to finish me off, I'm just going to go right into the 80 Slash. And of course, I'm going to be immune to that. And now here, I'm just going to play it safe, go for the Shadow Sneak, and take him out. Now he's going to go into that Charizard. I'm going to go into Latios, hoping and praying that it's Mega Y, but he does turn out to be X and goes for the Dragon Dance. And I have absolutely nothing to switch into this thing, so unfortunately I'm just going to have to sack Latios. Now here I'm going to go into Thundurus, and because Thundurus has Prankster, I can go for the Prankster Thunder Wave and paralyze him, so then I can come in later and kill it with something else. Now him knowing this makes a very nice play, goes into Excadrill to of course be immune to the Thunder Wave. So here, fearing that it's going to be Scarf Excadrill, because I could take him out with a Focus Blast, but I don't want to risk that, so I'm just going to go into Conkeldurr, see if he stays in, what he wants to do. He ends up staying in, goes for the Rock Slide. He doesn't have Life Orb or Air Balloon, so that's telling me that it is almost definitely a Scarf set. Now I'm just going to go for the Drain Punch. He's going to predict that, go into his Clefable. And now here, I'm going to go into my 80 Slash to try and hit him with that Iron Head. Now he's going to make the nice play, go out into his Charizard, and I'm just going to be forced out, and again, he's just going to set up right in my face. Now I'm going to go into Thundurus in hopes that he'll stay in, and I can paralyze him. And luckily for me, he does actually stay in, so I'm able to paralyze him. Now unfortunately, Charizard X is a fairly bulky Pokemon, and it is at full health. I'm going to go into my strongest hitting attacker, which is Mega Pinsir with the Earthquake, and it's not even going to be able to kill. It's going to live in the yellow, but very luckily for me, he does get paralyzed, which did matter, but in the long run, I suppose I could have still brought it back. So he's going to go into Skarmory to preserve his Charizard. I'm going to go for the Frustration just in case he wanted to switch and do a decent amount of damage. I'm going to go into Rotom. He makes the nice play and goes for Stealth Rock. Now that Latios is dead, I cannot defog them away, so Mega Pinsir only has one more switch in before it's going to get killed to Rock, so I have to play that very safely. Now here, I know he can't risk going to Excadrill in case I went for the Hydro Pump or the Will-O-Wisp, so I'm going to go for the Volt Switch as he goes into his Chansey, and I'm going to be able to go into my Conkeldurr. Now here, I'd really much rather go for the knockoff and get rid of that annoying Eviolite than try and take it out with a Drain Punch, because it'd probably live, just because Chansey is so annoying. And now here, I'm going to predict him to go out into his Clefable, and I'm going to switch out into my Aegislash so I can hit it with the Iron Head. Now I suppose, thinking he'd take it better, he stays and goes for the Wish. I'm going to go for the Iron Head, and that almost takes down one hit. And here, he's going to hope that I go for the Iron Head again and Wish Pass against the Charizard, but luckily, I'm just going to make the safe play and go for the Shadow Ball. And now here, since I'm pretty certain that he is Choice Scarf, I know they can't mess around with Aegislash and he has to go for the Earthquake. So I'm going to go out into my Pinsir to be immune to the Earthquake, and predicting him to want to switch, I go for the Swords Dance. Now this is a pretty sticky situation because I really can't kill it, and he can Roost Stall me with the Rocky Helmet damage. So I'm going to end up living the Rocky Helmet with 1% that turn. And now this turn, predicting him to Roost to stall me out, I'm going to go for the Swords Dance so I can do more damage. And now this turn, predicting him to predict me to go for another Swords Dance, I'm going to attack and kill myself to the Rocky Helmet as he tries to Whirlwind me out or Brave Bird. And that is exactly what happens. I do a large amount of damage and he tries to Whirlwind. So now here I can go into Rotom Wash to finish it off. I don't want to risk him going to Excadrill because he could potentially sweep if he gets a safe switch into that. So I'm just going to the Hydro Pump to tell him that that is in my mind and he has to think twice before sending that in. He's going to go into the Chansey. I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump, followed up by Volt Switch, and go out into my Conkeldurr. He's going to go for the Soft Boiled, followed up by Seismic Toss, but that's not going to matter at all because I'm going to cleanly OHKO that Chansey and get all of my health back. Now here he's going to go into the Skarmory, and he cannot risk going for the Roost because he will lose his Flying type by roosting, and I could hit him with the then super effective Drain Punch and potentially just take him out. So I'm going to go into my Rotom Wash, predicting him to go for the Brave Bird. That's exactly what happens. And again, I'm just going to go for a Hydro Pump and finish this Skarmory off. And now the game is basically in my hands. He does have the Excadrill, which is going to be able to outspeed and kill my Rotom with his Molt Breaker, but I can easily just send in my Conkeldurr, take any hit it wants to throw at me, and finish it off with a Drain Punch. And now his last Pokemon is that Clefable at a low amount of HP. He's going to attempt to stall me out with Wish, but I actually go for the Ice Punch and freeze him, so he's just going to flee this turn. And that is the battle. Pretty great if I say so myself. If you like videos and battles like these, then be sure to subscribe because I'll definitely have more coming up in the future. And until then, I'll see you guys later.